Good day, and thank you for joining us. This is Michael Winiger, CEO of Essante Organics. And, got to wear a jacket today. I think it's going to dip down into the close to 70, so it's a little chilly outside. And I got to tell you, the dreaded tie syndrome, like when Christmas comes, it's like, oh no, they're going to get me a tie. I just know it isn't this box. It's going to be a tie. I'm going to tell you what, we've all been there. And I couldn't say that I had a better Christmas than to get a tie. I mean, especially, and this was from the girls here at the office, Adriana, Lily, and Betty. I got a few of them. But with the company logo on it, well, now that's a tie. So, we're winding down to the last week of 2015. And, we have a lot to learn from our last year. Everybody does, about businesses and life. And when it's said that the necessity is the mother of inventions, well, maybe it's time for some innovation. Old methods are simply not working. You can see it directly in front of your eyes. You have companies, you have education. First, let's start with education. Videos on, you can go look up from YouTube, 10 Americans. And a lot of other ones that, The Truth About Cancer. That was a 9-part series that wasn't even allowed to be played in movie theaters. Why is that? You have companies getting hit for having too many chemicals in their products. You have one of the most popular fast food chain closing more stores per week than they are opening stores in a week. So we see consumer awareness going through the roof. We see consumer demand dictating the market. Consumers are saying, I'm not going to eat there with those types of ingredients. So immediately, now different restaurants and different companies are saying, all right, we're taking this out. We're not doing that. I was driving to work, and here in Arizona, we have electronic billboards, right? And I was driving and happened to look up at one of these electronic billboards, and it was a advertisement about a product. And there was a big red arrow pointing to the ingredient deck. And it said on the billboard, now with pronounceable ingredients. If you cannot pronounce an ingredient, I would very highly recommend doing a search and finding out what that ingredient is. Because in 99% of the time, if you can't pronounce it, you should not be putting that ingredient on you or into you. And now we look inside of the relationship marketing industry. And I think people are tired. They're tired of the tricks. They're tired of the hype. They're tired of the distractions. They want a real company with real products that contain real ingredients and most likely pronounceable ingredients. So if positive change is ever going to come to our country, to our world, to our communities, or even to our neighborhoods, they'll only come when the masses of humanity who really care make a decision not to stand back and watch and complain, but to get involved. Not only is our community, the Essante Organics community, not only is our community promoted by the people who really see and want a difference in their life and the lives of others, but it also ties people together in a common cause like no other community before it. Members of our community also determine the focus and the direction of the community. We are out there networking for change. With that being said, our greatest asset then is our people, because this will be the power that builds us, and it will also be the power that holds us together. We are the first ever 100% chemical free, 100% toxic free and certified organic living company in the world, in our space, in a category that has never been created before, until we stood up and knew what the world not only needed, but wanted. Live, raw, alkaline, whole food nutrition, inside and out. We're the only company of its kind in our space. And we're truly building a global family, a unique family, one that is made up of all races, creeds, national origins, political persuasions, and yet we're all the members in this family, and in the family we share a common bond where they all care about everybody. And they share a desire to do whatever they can as individuals and collectively make a positive difference in the world. Remember the 6 degrees of separation. And just in case if you don't, it refers to the theory that if the person is one step away from each person they know, and 2 steps away from a person who is known by one of the people that they know, that everyone is an average of only 6 steps away from every person on earth. Can there be any more logical way to create a movement for good than people, or people to people, genealogical networking, and out there educating the world? See, it's all about making a difference in the world and not just about justifying the community's existence. So, in conclusion, I read an interview with the governor of an Indonesian province of Papua, home of some of the richest forests in the world. And he talked about how difficult it is to create jobs that will give the villagers anything close to the income they can get from chopping down a tree and selling it to smugglers who will then ship it to Malaysia or China to be made into furniture and shipped back to the United States or Europe. And he said his motto was, think big, act now, start small before everything becomes too late. However, Everything of value in this world begins with a vision, a grand dream, with the belief that change can come, that things can be different. And in the way of living your life 100% chemical free and using certified organic and living products and ingredients, we believe and know that using chemicals and products can be eradicated. And that greatness, not only physically, but financially, can be experienced by all. And as a fellow citizen of Earth and as a child of God, created no higher or no lower than anyone else, I ask you to join the Essante Organics family in thinking big, starting small, but especially in acting now. Take a good look at Essante Organics, because we are making a difference. One person at a time, one family at a time, one home at a time, making a house a home, and a home a safer place to raise a family. So as you look forward to, hey, what is it that I might be able to do in 2016 and really make a difference in people's lives? Because you really care, because you have a heart, and because you have a soul, and because deep inside you got that purpose-driven mission. Take a good look at Essante Organics, at the Essante Organics family, and let us collectively become a powerful force for change and an even more powerful source for good. Thank you, and we are going to explode in 2016 with some of the things that we have coming up. Essante Organics, a company with a heart, a company with a soul, a company with a purpose-driven mission, a company for everyone. Until next time, y'all have a good day.